Hi, my name is Michael, and I'm here to tell you about my experience that I'll never forget. Have you ever heard of Thomas and Friends? If you were 3 years, if you were a baby or 3 years old, you'll probably have. It's about a blue tank engine named Thomas who goes around to his adventures with his friends and being really useful. Well, I used to love it as a kid, but I don't love it anymore after that experience. My all the time favorite character has to be James, the Splendid Engine. I actually loved his jokes, his everything, his bragging rights about his red paint, but not anymore after that. I went to the Goodwill store and I saw a DVD rack called TAFJS. It must be a Thomas and Friends DVD, and it was. But what the hell is JS? But I decided to buy it anyway. I popped it in my DVD player and I began watching. Uh, well, yeah. Well, it started up with the episode, but something weird was happening. James was gone. Not. Yeah. It had happened everything. The title it get cuts to the middle of the night to my chest. While while the title card was said James's suicide. But it was white with looks like carving, like you see in the Slenderman games. The episode started with Tinted chest, and the other agents did something unpleasant. They all make fun of James, saying that he was a failure and that he should stop bragging rights, and that he was a loser, and we wish that he was dead. Two humans, a driver and a fireman, were came right there, and I could clearly see the badge. One of them was named Mike, and the other one was named Phil. They were trying to cheer James up, but he was completely depressed. And it cut to a card that says 1 week later, at least 1 week back. Jane, the arguing started to become more realistic, and is like the characters really hated him. James couldn't take it anymore and bolted to where else? Brandon Docks. He was crying intensely, and then he started to meet his demise and started rolling backwards all the way to the edge of the loading dock. He was about to commit suicide. There's Mike and Phil's seatbelts were stuck and they screamed. Unfortunately, Mike break free and got out of there in time, but Phil's had his own fate. James fell into the water, slowly drowning with Phil in it. Cranky started loading them up, and James was already dead, along with the corpse of Phil. His skin was light blue, and his eyes were bloodshot, and his mouth was filled with water. And then it cuts to a rusty cave, to a rusty cave, where James, with the statue of James, was rusted up in golden ware, and at the bottom It was a note that said, "Burn in rest in hell," until the episode ends. I was shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked and surprised. I got taken to therapy for a week. I never watched Thomas and Friends ever again. Ever again.